Hey, what is up guys? Today I'm finally going to answer the famous question about enchanting that so many people in the Minecraft community have been confused about. Now, rather than explaining the exact formula of cost and all that good pre-algebra stuff, I'm just going to tell you what to do in order to get the enchantments on your gear for cheap 100% of the time. In vanilla, enchanting cost isn't much of an issue because of easy to set up mob farms and there only being so many good enchantments. But in mod packs like RLCraft that have dozens, this info will prove to be truly valuable. Without further ado, let me explain how to enchant for cheap in Minecraft. There are two simple things you need to do for incredible efficiency. The first, you need to enchant your item with an enchanted book with 2 enchantments on it at a time. This will allow you to double the amount of enchantments on your item. I am not sure if this is a bug or an intended feature, but 100% on a fresh item, if you put 2 enchantments on at a time in the form of a book, you will be able to put twice as many enchantments on your item than you would normally expect. If you add more than 2 enchantments on a book though, the cost efficiency gets hurt. To know the book's cost before combining them, just add their cost together plus 1. In RLCraft, if the cost is over 39, you can still enchant the item even when it says too expensive, but you won't know how much it costs in total. The second thing you need to know for enchanting efficiency is just to put the expensive enchantments on first. Like I said earlier, I won't explain the Minecraft enchanting formula or why this is a thing, but it is on your screen in a simply worded manner if you are curious about the topic. Taking this info into account, now you know that the expensive enchantments will soon cost too much to be put on your item. All you need to do to avoid these high cost enchantments from causing you problems is just put those enchantments on the first 2 or 3 combined enchantment books you use on your item. In vanilla though, pretty much every enchantment is cheap, so this won't be a problem. The last thing in this video that I want to mention is that all enchantment table enchants are free and won't affect the enchantment cost of books, so it isn't a bad idea to start with a basic enchantment table enchant, like choosing knockback 2 when it appears in the table. Be wary of smite in that nonsense though. Alright, I really hope this info is helpful to you guys. I wanted to try to make it as short and sweet as possible because I already know how frustrating and time consuming enchanting can potentially be. I hope this video saved some of your valuable time and gave you some valuable info. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Hey guys, post-recording Kaz here. So the video is completely done. If you guys are here for the enchanting stuff, completely done. Yeah, I hope that it wasn't too confusing. I tried to make it a little simple. But yeah, I guess a short summary for anybody who might still be confused. Make sure that the enchantments are going to go on and increase in costs by 1, then 2, then 4, then 8, then 16 per enchantment. That's not really that big of a deal in vanilla because it's pretty low cost for everything. Like, I have not seen an enchantment in vanilla cost more than like 8. It's like really, really cheap enchantments, which is nice. I'm used to RLCraft, as you can see. And there's a lot of enchantments in that go up to like 32 in cost. So you really have to be smart with how much things cost in RLCraft. But yeah, so things are going to go up in cost. So let's say you have an enchantment that costs 4 levels, right? And so then if that's the second enchantment on your item, it's not going to cost 4 anymore. It's going to cost 5. And then if it's your second enchantment, it's going to cost 7 because plus 2. And then if it's your third one, it'll cost 11 because plus 4 after that. And then if it's your, and then it goes up in 8 again, so then it'll cost 19. And no, then it goes up in 8, so it'll cost, yeah, 19. Oh, it goes up in cost exponentially 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, right? And like I said, I'm not sure if it's a bug, but when you combine 2 enchantment books, cheapest cost efficiency, 100% of the time. It's just always good to do that. If it's your last enchantment, you can try to fit on a few extra books if it's going to be too expensive, like in RLCraft. You know, sometimes you're going to want 13 enchants instead of 12, so you're going to just smash those last 2 books in and spend like 41 levels or so. But yeah, hopefully the video was a little bit self-explanatory, but that's not what I wanted to talk about in this post stuff. I wanted to talk about a few things that, you know, I've learned, and I wanted to ask you guys some questions. The main thing, though, I haven't really talked to you guys like this because normally in stream when I'm talking, it's usually talking to you guys or playing a game, but I haven't got around to say, hey, you know, the world's kind of like in a chaotic point right now, as we can all can admit. That's not what I'm going to be talking about, though. It's going to be more so that the world is in chaos but the internet is still a safe place to be. So you know, the world has kind of made me have to get on the internet even more than I was before. And, well, I don't mind that. If we're going to survive in this world, I'm going to try to get some big brain knowledge from you guys. So I was talking with one of my YouTube friends, and he was telling me how YouTube really likes this whole 10-minute video thing, right? So you guys can already kind of see where I'm going with this, right? As a fan of, like, Leafy is here, and RIP, his channel banned, you know, it was probably a rightful ban, though, but I enjoyed his content. So I was a big fan of Leafy and other people that just kind of do those vibing and chatting stuff. I thought that I wanted to try that a little bit today. And, oh yeah, also, since I stream, I feel like you guys already kind of knew what I look like, but if this face reveal is, like, really surprising, I'm really sorry that I surprised you like that, and I'm sorry if you thought I looked like a Chad or something. No, I'm definitely just a pale gamer that doesn't really get a lot of sun. That was me. But yeah, I was talking to my YouTube friend, and he was telling me about how 10-minute videos are really important, right? And I was asking him, like, wait, why? And he said, well, there's a few theories. I'm like, okay, well, I'm listening. He said one theory was that a lot of people like watching videos that are a little longer. They just do it instinctively. They like kind of relaxing a little bit. If they're just like watching a video that's 1-2 minutes long, then they just watch that video and like, oh, I gotta click another video now. So much effort. So I guess he was saying that like some people are lazy or something. I don't know. I was like, nah, dude, I feel like it's better not to waste people's time, right? Was my whole idea on that. And then he said the other theory was just that YouTube likes the longer videos so they can monetize it more, I guess. Which is interesting thought. Since I use YouTube Premium, I haven't seen a YouTube ad in like years. So I don't really know what type of ads are going on YouTube anymore, and I don't even monetize my videos. But I might start doing that pretty soon because he was saying that it's a good idea. But yeah, since the world is going a little chaotic right now, getting into the internet is a good idea, and trying to find a good place on YouTube is probably a good direction for one to be taking, such as myself. And I wanted to kind of know your guys' thoughts on if you think it's fair or lazy for me to kind of just talk to you guys like this after a short video like that, and just make sure that you guys know, hey, the video is over, right? Like I want to make sure that if it wasn't already clear enough when I started this, that yeah, the content of this video is over. It's just me talking and wanting to make sure that you guys are really doing good and hanging in there and all that good jazz. You know, I took a long break from YouTube. I was vibing more with just streaming on DLive and just trying to get into streaming in general. I was acting in Los Angeles, so I was doing multiple things IRL, right? And ever since that kind of took a hit, you know, now I'm just vibing inside all the time. Maybe it's paranoia or whatever, but it is what it is. So I'm trying to feel a little bit more comfortable with the YouTube stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely quite strange though. I gotta say that was another thing that I wanted to say here. Minecraft crashed. I had it open in the background for when I wanted to do recording. Oh no, this is so sad. I'll just load it back up. So yeah, I'm a crazy guy. I will admit it. I'm not afraid to admit that. I was literally thinking about just humming the spider dance for like 8 minutes. It's like, okay, the video's got to be 8 minutes. All right, I understand. Well, I mean, I'm going to add 8 minutes to the video. Because that was another thing I asked. I was like, does the video have to be good for 10 minutes? He's like, no, man, the video doesn't have to be good for 10 minutes. You can just do black screen. I've seen some people do that. I'm like, isn't that a little lazy? He's like, well, you just do something. And I'm like, what if I hum Undertale? He's like, I don't know if people are going to like that. And I'm like, well, I like doing that. So I legit was just going to go like, I was going to do the entire song. The entire song, man. Like, I still kind of want to, but I'm gonna hold back on that. This footage is pretty cool. I'm just viewing this old finale of the single player playthrough. R.I.P. That was a good vibe. That was a good vibe back then. Those no hit registrations, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk with you guys, and that was pretty much all I wanted to go through. I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts. So what do you guys think about like the longer video format, and me just explicitly saying, hey, get out of here if you're just here for the content because it's over now. I don't know if I'm going to be doing stuff like this. This is more of an experiment as well. I want to see if that actually works. Like, well, I always thought that like a video being 10 minutes shouldn't really mean anything. I thought it was more like, hey, watch time, right? Like, don't you want to try to get more watch time? But if it's not good content, then people aren't going to watch, right? If it's not stuff that people want to watch, then they're not going to watch. I haven't really been thinking about YouTube too seriously until rather recently. And, you know, I'm kind of taking that baby steps towards just making videos full-time as well as streaming full-time. Because right now I'm just streaming full-time and kind of making videos in my free time. And still gaming in my free time, obviously. I can't stop doing that. But, yeah, just let me know what your guys' thoughts are, if you have any. If not, I'll just kind of be able to know a little bit by the analytics of the video. And, but I really hope that you guys got some information out of the enchanting in this. Like, legit, nobody talks about this. They like, Fundy and those old gamers that I would play Minecraft with, they were saying, like, hey, the 28 levels. I think it was Toyu and Fresh that were, like, going really hard on, like, the, hey, 28 levels. I know you get, those names might not mean anything to you guys, but it means something to my mods and my regulars. But they were like, dude, 28 levels is the thing. You got to do that. Like the book, when it's cost 28 levels, you can only put one more enchantment on and then do it. And like, I guess that works because there's no enchantments that are very costly. But then why wasn't the rule 31 levels? Because then if you put on a book that costs like 6 levels, 37 plus 1, then it'll cost 38 to put on. So why was the rule 28 and not like 31, right? Anyways, hope you guys got some out of that enchanting video. I've been rambling for long enough now. I think the video is long enough. Take care of yourself, please, 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 and I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.